Welcome back, everyone, to the Working Class Revolt. And we've got more bad news for the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, and more brilliant news for the Reform UK Party and its leader, especially Nigel Farage. So a new survey has been done on approval ratings on all party leaders in the UK. And guess which party leader came out on top? It was no other than Nigel Farage. So there's an article up on Sky with John Curtis talking about the polling and as well talking about his history of seeing new governments get into power and how they usually hold popularity for a while before it starts slipping. And what John Curtis is saying in this article, and just for anyone who doesn't know, John Curtis is kind of like the guru in the UK of politics. He's seen as somebody who most of the time gets it right. And what he says in this article is that he has never ever seen a party come in with a majority like the Labour Party have done to start losing it so quickly. 2/3 of Brits now say that they do not feel represented. They don't feel that Keir Starmer is doing a good job. Nigel Farage, on the other hand, has absolutely flew up as of recent in the opinion polls. Nigel Farage is now top with Keir Starmer second. And let's be honest, there isn't anybody else. There is only those two people. Kemi Badenoch has only just come onto the scene, which I'm going to talk about Kemi Badenoch and why she might not be doing so well. And Nigel Farage is flying to the top. And I think one of the big reasons for that is the election in America with Donald J. Trump. The UK has seen now that a leader can come in, they can end the woke nonsense, they can look at closing the border, they can look at deportation. I'm a bit iffy on deportation, on whether it would work or wouldn't work, but they can see that a leader can come in and can make changes, and most importantly can win. Now the closest thing in the UK we have to Donald Trump is of course Nigel Farage. Now I just want to read you a little bit about what John Curtis has said in this article. So it starts off, Sir John Curtis understands polling like few others, but you do not have to be an expert to see the Labour government has had a rough time. It's been less than 5 months since Keir Starmer's landslide election victory, and already 2/3 of Brits say they feel worse off. This is according to the new poll from IPOS, the latest survey to access a public opinion on the new occupants of Downing Street. And while the Prime Minister's favourability ratings have plummeted, Nigel Farage's are on the rise. And as you can see on this graph here, Nigel Farage is first on 28%, followed by Keir Starmer on 23%, with Kemi Badenoch actually coming on only 21% with Ed Davey from the Lib Dems. Rachel Reeves is on 18%. I really struggle to see, even from Labour supporters, how Rachel Reeves could be on 18%. She's lied about background, claiming she was a banker. She has took money, along with Keir Starmer, off our pensioners and give the second now most dangerous man in Britain, Ed Miliband, £20 billion for him to attempt to capture carbon, which even, by the way, members of the Green Party are saying is absolutely rubbish. The article carries on. We have never previously had a government starting with quite a low share of the vote, because obviously it was only 33% of the vote that the Labour Party got. Sir John tells Sky News, referring to the party's 174-seat majority, despite its modest share at just 33.7%. It's also difficult to find a government that has slipped as much in the polls as this government. So that means that Keir Starmer's approval rating is now 10% lower than the actual vote that he got only 5 months ago. John Curtis carries on saying Labour are being made to pay for unpopular decisions such as the winter fuel payment and the freebies route. While the Conservative Party is not that popular, we are now in a world of multi-party policies where people have plenty of options. Reform UK is gaining traction, Sir John said. Now, just to pick up on that, for someone like Sir John Curtis, who is as mainstream as they come, let's be honest, that's why they put him on such a high pedestal, for him to point out that the Reform Party are going up and Keir Starmer is going down, I'm starting to wonder if I have been wrong saying the Reform Party are going to need to merge with the Conservatives to win an election, and maybe Nigel Farage is going to be able to do it all on his own. Voters are looking for them to fix the country, Sir John says. Inevitably, they can't in a matter of 3 or 4 months, but they don't have positive narratives to explain what they have done. And it basically finishes off with saying that it is fantastic news for Nigel Farage. So let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen at the next general election? Do you think that Nigel Farage could do the absolute impossible and take over all the big parties and become the Prime Minister of the UK? Because of course we have the first past the post system, which means that for every constituency you have an MP, and whoever wins the most votes in each of them areas gets basically 1.1 MP, and you have got to get the most MPs over the other parties, meaning that in areas where the Reform Party don't have a single councillor, they have to win more votes in that area. It was going to be extremely tough. I believe if we lived in a country which voted for who it wanted as president, like America, I think Nigel Farage would win hands down when he was one-on-one up against anyone. But it's going to be interesting to see. Now, I just want to leave it with this. I think the Reform UK Party are doing amazing, and they certainly have my support, and I think Nigel Farage is by far the best leader. But, and this is a big, big but, if they don't get other people at the forefront, and I like Richard Tice, especially like Lee Anderson, who I think they need to bring up to the forefront more and more. If they don't have somebody to take Nigel's place, for whatever reason, anything can go wrong. Nigel might retire in a few years. I worry about the future of the Reform UK Party. So it needs to get as many people, good people who speak well, at the forefront. But it's going to be very, very exciting to watch. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.